So, I started One Piece. I know. A little late on the bandwagon with this one, but hear me out. I always saw One Piece. Obviously, it's been out for, what, like 20 fucking years now? Yeah, it's definitely something I have seen on occasion. I even remember when it debuted way back in the day, and it just didn't necessarily capture my interest at the time. Huge Dragon Ball Z fan. I love anything fighting animation. I'm all about it. And I did watch a couple episodes in the beginning, and it was okay. It's so, how do I say this nicely? It kind of had that little kid vibe. Sort of. Just a little bit. Granted, he's a kid, so it makes sense. He's a young dude, like teenager-ish. I don't remember exactly what the age is, but he was young, so it makes sense that it wasn't necessarily a brutal type show. Not that I'm that kind of guy, but I like my shit to be a little bit more intense. Skip up to, where we are now. It's very hard to be on YouTube, look up any sort of animation fight scenes, as I do, because that's the shit that I'm into, and not come across something to do with One Piece. It looks so beautiful. The fucking fight scenes look so good. So good. And it's been difficult not to watch them because I don't want to watch them without any context, because I don't want to ruin the show for myself when I eventually did watch it. But at the same time, it's such a daunting task when you know, at least at the time when I first started to notice all of these beautiful fight scenes, they were nearing 1,000 episodes. 900 something, I don't know if the book was quite up to 1,000 yet, but it was up there, and that is a fucking journey, all right? And I just wasn't sure if I was ready for it. It's so much to catch up on. I'd only watched up to, I want to say up to maybe like the Arlong or the Alabasta arc. It had been a minute. It had been long enough at that point, too. I knew I was going to have to start over, which just made it even more of an insurmountable task because, Jesus, I was already, 100-something episodes in, and to just think starting over to get to 1,000. Sphincter. It's scary. So, as intimidating as it was, I couldn't not watch this show because I've been seeing so many cool things. Trying not to get spoiled, but internet. So I'm just here now. I'm ready. I'm ready to start the journey. I have gone in. I didn't want to necessarily make a video about it until I had gotten at least 200-ish episodes in. So I just actually finished the Skypiea arc, and it's good. Like, I feel like right now, granted, it got really serious after, like, Arlong and whatnot, but for some reason, this arc, the Skypiea arc, it just made shit feel real. And this is what I mean by that. So, we have Luffy, Zoro, Nami going into a bar, and they meet this guy, oh my god, the bouncy guy. I'm so sorry. I am such a piece of shit. Bellamy. Yeah, okay, Bellamy. Jesus. So he meets this guy. Essentially, he has this grudge against Luffy and Zoro, and they beat the shit out of these guys. It was pretty gnarly. There was definitely at some point I thought they were going to defend themselves, but you could tell there was context to it. Obviously, they just weren't worth fighting at that point. Not for the goals that they had. So that part was pretty intense, taking a beating for their beliefs, and to just, this is my dream to be a fucking pirate king. And they took that beating, and they did well. But it was just really that first point of, I'm willing to die for what I believe in. Are you? Because you aren't even worth my time right now. And it just felt real. Yeah. And with this whole Aneru situation, like, holy shit, Skypiea arc was fantastic. It just seemed like Luffy is hitting that point where he's maturing. You can really tell his values and I'm very excited to see where it goes from here. Seeing an arrow get devastated at the end was so fucking satisfying. That guy was so OP too. I kind of don't really know how he lost, even though he was lightning and Luffy was rubber. I got that. But just considering the skill set this guy had, I feel like he should have still been able to take him out. But you could just tell the cockiness was his downfall. So I get that. Really hoping that this guy comes back in the future. Now, I haven't done a lot of research on One Piece. Obviously, I'm watching the show, so why the fuck would I try to spoil myself any more than I already have been by the internet? But I really hope that this character comes back, because he is so overpowered, and he's going to the moon. Come on, you gotta fucking give me some shit here. That was a great way to end things. I was definitely happy with the feeling of the show. It feels more, I don't want to say grown up, but it feels like it's matured along with the entire cast. Without making this too long, yeah, I'm fucking digging it. I know, way to go. It's like that fucking Game of Thrones. I watched that shit 7 years later, but it's fine because I watched it. It was good. I liked it. So I'm hoping I can catch up before shit gets too crazy, because I definitely want to see all this new stuff that's been going on with One Piece, but I'm trying to watch it because I know if I spoil myself, it's not going to have nearly as much gravity. There's definitely a few key tragic events that have happened that I am already sort of aware of. You know, you can't go 20 years without hearing shit, unfortunately. So we're just going to see how it goes from here, but I'm thinking I'm a fan. So I'm hoping as things continue, I just really start getting into the lore more and things start to get explained, because there's a lot. There's definitely, I can see why there's so many videos about all of the lore and mysteries in One Piece. I mean, I'm, what, a fifth in? And there's already so fucking many unanswered questions. So, yeah. Looking forward to figuring that shit out. But until then, talk to you later, nerds.